December 23, 1948. Hideki Tojo climbs 13 steps to the gallows. Cameras flash. The rope tightens. Justice for Japan's brutal war machine. But across Tokyo, in a quiet office, another war criminal is being released from prison. No trial, no punishment. Within 9 years, he'll be running the entire country. 2 men, same crimes. One hangs. One rules. What made the difference? The answer reveals a deal that changed history and let monsters walk free. Start with the man they called a living god, Emperor Hirohito. He wasn't just Japan's leader. His people worshipped him. He approved the invasion of China. He knew about the rape of Nanking, where soldiers slaughtered hundreds of thousands. His signature sat on orders that sent kamikaze pilots to their deaths. When Japan surrendered, the world wanted his head on a spike. But General Douglas MacArthur had a problem. Remove the emperor, and Japan erupts into chaos. Communists gain ground. The Soviets win Asia. So America made a choice that enraged millions. Keep Hirohito on the throne. The deal was simple. Hirohito broadcasts to Japan that he's not a god, just a man. He becomes a powerless symbol, a puppet for democracy. In 1946, he speaks again. Centuries of tradition shatter in minutes. The divine emperor becomes a regular citizen in a suit and tie. He never faced trial, never answered for the blood. He ruled until 1989, dying peacefully in his bed. But while Hirohito walked free, his generals weren't so lucky. Hideki Tojo knew what was coming. As prime minister, he'd pushed Japan into Pearl Harbor. Under his watch, the Bataan Death March killed thousands of prisoners. Unit 731 conducted deadly experiments on living humans. When American troops surrounded his Tokyo home in September 1945, Tojo pulled out a pistol and shot himself in the chest. He missed his heart. American medics rushed in, saved his life, patched him up. The irony burned. He wanted death on his terms, but now he'd face the world. The Tokyo trials began in 1946. Prosecutors laid out the horror. Invasions, massacres, prisoner abuse. Tojo didn't deny his actions. He claimed he served Japan's survival. The court wasn't buying it. November 12, 1948. Guilty. 7 weeks later, Tojo walked to the gallows. Calm, accepting. The rope ended him. But here's what's crazy. While Tojo hanged, other leaders with the same bloody hands were being set free. Meet Nobusuke Kishi. In the 1930s, he ran Manchuria's economy using forced labor. Thousands of Chinese and Korean workers died building Japan's empire. When the war ended, he sat in the same prison as Tojo, labeled a Class A war criminal. Death looked certain. Then 1948 arrived. The Cold War exploded. China turned communist. America panicked. Suddenly, Kishi's anti-communist views made him valuable. The U.S. released him. No trial, no charges, just freedom. 9 years later, he's Japan's prime minister, shaking hands with American presidents. China and Korea watched in horror. But Kishi wasn't alone. Yoshio Kodama ran black markets during the war, smuggling gold and drugs to fund Japan's military. He walked out of prison too. Whispers say the CIA put him on payroll. He became a Yakuza kingpin, controlling underground crime while funding Japanese politics with dirty money. 2 war criminals, one became a world leader, the other a mob boss with government protection. Both thrived while Tojo's body grew cold. Why did America let them walk? The answer gets darker. The Tokyo trials looked like justice. 28 leaders charged, 7 hanged, 16 imprisoned. But zoom out, and the picture changes completely. Over 200,000 suspected war criminals never saw a courtroom. The U.S. needed experienced leaders to rebuild Japan fast, so they quietly brought thousands back into government and business. The purge became a revolving door. Why? The Soviet threat changed everything. America needed Japan as an anti-communist fortress. Justice became negotiable. Useful criminals got pardons. Stubborn ones got ropes. Today, the controversy still burns. Tokyo's Yasukuni Shrine honors war dead, including Tojo and convicted criminals. When Japanese leaders visit, China and Korea explode in protest. To them, it's worship of murderers. The trials were never about pure justice. They were about control. America picked winners and losers based on Cold War strategy, not morality. Some leaders paid with their lives, others collected paychecks. Which brings us back to that question. Was this justice, justice, or just politics wearing a judge's robe? 7 men hanged. An emperor kept his throne. A prime minister candidate walked free from death row. A gangster built an empire on CIA money. Same war, same atrocities, completely different endings. The trials claimed to deliver justice, but the verdicts were written in Cold War ink. America needed allies more than it needed revenge. So they chose who lived and who died based on usefulness, not guilt. Makes you wonder, how many other war criminals are hiding in history books, camouflaged as heroes?